All right, here's a quick tutorial on OBS video audio settings with Voicemeter. We're going to jump right into it. You're going to go to the VB Audio website. Select this Voicemeter banana tab. Click the download button there. You should be able to download and set that up on your system. The other thing you got to do is check the virtual audio cable. Download that virtual audio cable here. Once you're done with that, you're going to jump into your settings. So you're going to make sure that your output is set to Voicemeter input. Your input is going to be set to Voicemeter output. Say that again. Output set to Voicemeter input. And your input set to Voicemeter output. While you have your sound settings open, app volume and device preferences, make sure your audio app is open and it is set to Voicemeter auxiliary input. So once you're done with settings, your Voicemeter should be open and your hardware out. A1 will be set up as your headphones. A2 I have set up as my chat earphones. Same headset, just different sound. And A3 I have my speakers. And generally you'll select the WDM option. If you're having issues, you can try the MME. Hardware input needs to be your main microphone. While I have MME selected, you should use WDM. Hardware input 2 needs to be that cable output, that virtual cable that you downloaded. Then I've left hardware input 3 empty. Once you've got all that set up and you need to be able to see if it's working properly, select A1 on your hardware input and you should be able to hear yourself in your headphones. You can deselect all the other B1s that pop up. Hardware input 2 should be your chat audio. So if you're utilizing Discord or any other chat options where you have voice chat, hardware input 2 and that cable output should be your chat sound. Your Voicemeter portion here in the center is going to be your desktop audio. And then the Voicemeter auxiliary is going to be your music. So there you can see that the music bar is playing there.
Question: would you build a website for a
And then if you bring up any other desktop audio, such as this YouTube video, you can see the audio bar here. And if you go to Darkened Cyrus, this guy will give you a very detailed setup on all this as well, save for the issues that I ran into. That should get Voicemeter set up the way that it needs to be. Now we're going to go into OBS. And in OBS, first thing you'll do is open Settings and go directly to Output, Recording. You can be in Standard. That's your recording path. Select the recording format MKV files. If you have a NVIDIA graphics card, you can use the NVIDIA encoder. If not, try the X264. That may cause other issues that aren't going to be included in this video. Audio encoder will stay the same, and then you'll make sure that all your audio tracks are selected. You may need to rescale your output to your monitor. Your encoder settings should be CBR, and this is important. Bitrate should be 60,000 kbps. This is what solved the blocky video quality. Make sure your bit rate is bumped up to a setting that your computer can handle, which generally can be the 60,000 kbps. Your presets you likely won't need to adjust. The psycho-visual tuning is for gaming, not necessarily for screen recording such as this. This audio tab you'll leave alone. The streaming tab, I'm not going to get into on this one. I'm not streaming. In the audio settings, all your global audio devices need to be disabled. I've got my monitoring device set to headphones. You may not need to change that. Once you've completed the settings, you're going to create 2 inputs and 2 outputs. The input you create for microphone is going to be set to Voicemeter output. Chat or Discord is going to be the cable output. Your music will be the Voicemeter auxiliary input. And then your game will be the Voicemeter input. Once you've got that completed, under the audio mixer, click the advanced audio properties and these little 2 small gears, and make sure that all tracks on track 1 are selected. So for each source, track 1 should be selected. The remainder of the tracks on each source will need to be selected for the sources that you're using to record and edit in Premiere. So in this case, I'm using the game function for recording of any audio that's being recorded. And then my microphone is being recorded. So I have that selected. So if you want all 4 of these to be recorded and have separate files in Premiere, you would basically go down in a diagonal where track 1 and 2 is selected. On the chat, on game source, track 1 and track 3 would be selected. Your music, track 1 and track 4 would be selected, and so on. This will separate out those files in Premiere so you can edit them separately. It will also give you a base audio file with all audio sources. And here you can see I've done a partial import for this specific video. And here you can see all those audio tracks separated out. So even though I hadn't selected those tracks in those settings, it still is putting that track empty into your file so you can edit them separately. So here you can see audio 2 will be the chat audio file, audio 3 will be the game audio file, audio 4 is the iTunes or music file, and audio 5 is the microphone file. And then you'll be able to individually edit those as necessary. And that is how you set up Voicemeter and OBS to record separate tracks and be able to edit them in Premiere.